Hello everyone. Today's topic is green building. So, what is green building? So, here in this slide, the topics are given. The first topic is green building concept. Second is objective of green building. Third is fundamental principles of green building. Fourth is benefits of green building. And the last one is green building rating tool. Right? So, we start with the first topic green building concept. So, basically, we know that what is a green building, right? So green building is a building that in its design, construction or operation reduce or eliminates negative impact and can create a positive impact on our climate and natural environment. Okay, it is also known as a green construction or sustainable building. It is the practice of creating a structure and using a process that are environmentally responsible and resource efficient throughout a building's life cycle, from seating to design, construction, operation, maintenance, renovation and deconstruction, right? So the second definition of green building is it is a high performance building, increase the efficiency which buildings and higher size use the harvest energy, water and material. Right? The green building practice expand and complement the classical building design concern of economy, utility, durability and comfort. Green building preserve precise natural resources and improve our quality of life. The green building concept is really important in various countries, including the India's. These are the buildings that ensure waste is minimized at every stage during the construction and operation of the building, resulting in low cost according to expert in technologies. It is a structure that is environmentally responsible and resource efficient throughout its life cycle. It pay one with uses a less water, optimizes energy efficiency, conserve natural resources, generate a less waste, and provide a healthier space for the occupants as compared to convenience building. The next is objective of green building. So objective is the main objective of green building is to reduce the overall impact on the environment and on human health by minimizing the uses of natural resources and to maximize the benefits obtained using the natural elements. This can be achieved by the following ways. The first one is efficiently using energy, water, and other resources, protecting occupants' health, and improving employees' productivity, reducing the waste, pollution, and environment degradation, using of renewable energy such as solar energy, using of materials that are non-toxic, ethical and sustainable, providing a good indoor environmental air quality, considering the aspect of involvement in design, construction and operation, considering different there's a quality of life of occupants in design, construction and operation, and considering city design that enables adaptation to a changing environment. The next is fundamental principles of the green building. So basically, green building brings together a vast array of practices and techniques to reduce, ultimately eliminate the impact of building on the environment and human health. By adopting the principles of green building, we can continue to live in a harmony with our environment. For green building, various fundamental principles are used. So here the principles are given. The first is structural design efficiency, second energy efficiency, third water efficiency, fourth material efficiency, fifth resource efficiency, sixth indoor environmental quality, 7 waste reduction, 8 operation and maintenance optimization, and last is regulation and operation, right? So we start with the first one, structure design efficiency. It is a concept of sustainable building and has a largest impact on a cost and performance. It aims to minimize the environment impact associated with all the life cycle, right? And the second is energy efficiency. Energy efficiency means the layout of the construction can be strategized so that natural light pour for additional shading of roof with trees offer an eco-friendly alternative to air conditioning. You reduce the operating energy, use a high efficiency windows and insulation in walls, ceilings and floor, increase the efficiency of the building, right? The third is water efficiency. So in this water efficiency, reducing the water consumption and protecting a water quality are a key objective in a sustainable buildings. To minimize the water consumption, one should aim to use the water which has been collected, used, purified and reused. Okay. The fourth is material efficiency. So green building materials are composed of renewable rather than non-renewable resources. Green material are environmentally responsible because impact are considered over the life of the product. Material should be used that can be recycled and can generate a surplus amount of energies. Okay. Fifth is resource efficiency. So in resource efficient manufacturing process. In the resource efficiency, there are three parts. First is resource efficient manufacturing process, second is locally available, and third is durable. Okay, so in the first one, resource efficient manufacturing process, the product manufactured with this process reduce energy consumption and minimize waste and reduce the greenhouse gases. Okay, then locally available, building material, component and system found locally or regionally, saving energy and resources in transportation to the project site. Okay, and the durable, the material that are longer lasting or are comparable to conventional product with a long life expensive. Okay, and the sixth one is indoor environmental quality. The indoor environmental quality of a building has a significant impact on the occupant health, comfort, and productivity. Among other attributes, a sustainable building maximize the day lightings, has appropriate ventilation and moisture control, optimize acoustic performance, and avoid the use of material with a high volatile organic compound. Right? And the seventh number is waste reduction. So in this waste reduction, the green architectures also seek to reduce the waste of energy, water and material used during the construction. Well designed building also help to reduce the amount of waste generated by the occupant, as well as by providing one site solution such as compost bins to reduce the matter going on landfill. Okay, then eight seven and the eight number, operation and maintenance optimization. No matter how sustainable a building may have been in its design and construction, it can only remain so if it is operated responsibly and maintained properly. Every aspect of a green building is integrated into the ONM, okay, operation and maintenance optimization. And the last one is regulations and operation. So in this, many countries have developed their own standard for the green building for a energy efficiency building, right? So building environment assessment tools currently in use for the regulation and operation. The next topic is benefits of the green building. So there are three benefits. One is environmental benefit, second is economic benefit, and third one is social benefit. Okay, so we start with the first one. So environmental benefit, in this environmental benefit, the things are included. First is conserve natural sources. The second is reuse of the waste. Third is improve the air and water quality. The fourth is reduce the use of natural resources such as a water. Then prevent a pollution. And last one is protect a biodiversity and ecosystem. So what is a biodiversity? Means it is a variety of plant and animals life in the world, a high level of which is usually considered to be important and desirable. Okay, the next benefit is economic benefit. In this economic benefit, the first one is improve occupant productivity. Second is create a market for a green production and services. Third is reduce operating cost. The next is waste reduction and use of recycled material. Energy and water efficient building are 30 to 35% more efficient than a normal building. Okay, in the next topic we discuss about the energy efficient building, and the last one is social benefit. So the social benefits are improve occupant health and comfort, minimize strain on local infrastructure, and the improve quality of the life. The last topic is green building rating tool. So green building tools are known as a certification. They are used to access and recognize building which made a certain green requirements or standards. A green building rating tool that evaluates the performance of a building and its impact on the environment. It comprises of predefined set of criteria rating to good design, construction, and operation of a green building. In India, there are a three rating system. The first one is LEED, second is IGBC, and the third one is GRIHA. So, what is LEED? Lead means Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. So it is a nationally as well as internationally recognized green building certification program for the design, construction, and operation of a green building. It is effective in India from 1st January 2007. There are five components that LEED India promote to recognize a performance. They are sustainable site development, water saving, energy efficiency, material selection, and indoor environmental quality. Green Building Council has adopted LEED for a rating green building, right? And the second is IGBC. So IGBC, the full name of is a Indian Green Building Council, and the last is GRIHA. GRIHA means Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment. In addition, there is also the Energy Consumption Building Code and the National Building Code. It is called NBC, which provide a guidelines on a energy consumption. All buildings in India need to comply with these prescribed guidelines. Okay. The next topic is energy efficient building. So energy efficient building means save energy. So how we can save the energy? So for that, the topic covering this in this part is first is introduction, second is classification of energy efficient building, third is objective of energy efficient building, fourth is benefits of energy efficient building, fifth is energy efficient building materials. The next is energy efficient building design and construction. And the last is the drives energetic concept. Right? So first we start with the introduction. Energy efficient building are designed to use as a little energy as a possible. Buildings can be made energy efficiency using quality building and insulation materials such which prevent heat loss and the building airtight. High quality design and craftsmanship are required in energy efficient building. Minimizing a thermal breach is the key of energy efficient building. It play a major role in minimizing our overall energy consumption and cost. In India, 30 to 40% of all primary energy used in a building. Then number of ways in which energy efficient building can be improved. Energy efficiency is the utilization of less energy to provide the same service, right? Increasing energy efficiency not only allow individual and organization to reduce their capital and operational cost, it can it can also help a lower fuel consumption and so reduce the emission of greenhouse gases and help prevent climate change. So, in this slide, the number of ways are given how we can energy efficient building can be improved. So, first is taking into account the entire lifestyle of products and process, including a disposal. Right. The second is developing a more efficient products and process. Third is improving the operation and maintenance of transportation, buildings, and industrial equipment. They will open control and system to increase the efficiency beyond that available from individual technologies. Auditing energy use and providing a recommendation on more efficient technology and a practice. Auditing means inspection, one type of inspection, right? Retrofitting or replacing energy inefficient technology, right? Energy inefficient technology means a technology like set top box we use in our house, right? Set top box, then personal computer, then microwave, cordless phone. It is called inefficient technology. Then developing policy to encourage the adoption of energy technologies, then educating a people to be a more energy efficient. Here, the classification of energy efficient building are given. Basically, the building are classified by five types. So first is type 0 building. It is called a standard building. Second is type 1. It is called a low energy building. The third is type 2. It is called a passive energy building. Then type 3. It is called a zero energy building. And type 4. It is called a plus energy building. So in here detailed description are given. So first type 0 building, it is called a standard building. So it is a constructed to meet only minimum building standard energy efficient requirement. It is called a standard building. Then a type 1 low energy building, it means it consumes only half of the energy needed by a standard building, right? It is achieved by improved insulation and window and a ventilation heat recovery system. Bring a building to a low energy level, it is notably more expensive than a building or a standard house, right? And the type 2 means passive energy building. It means it consumes less than one fourth of energy used by a stronger building, right? It stay a bomb by using energy generated in the building. It has a no separate heating system apart from the heat recovery ventilation. Then type 3, it is called a zero energy building. It is a building with a zero net energy consumption and zero carbon emission annually. This building can be independent of the energy grid supply. Then type 4 means a plus energy building. The concept is based on the wings having an energy efficiency label of a passive building and additional integrated active energy supply system that exploit solar or wind energy. During the summer, the building sell excess amount of electricity to the national grid, buy it back during the winter. Extra investment cost for a plus energy building is at least 10% each compared to the standard building. These buildings are rare but are likely to become a new building trend in a near future. Like objective of energy efficient building. So objective are first is to modulate the conditions such that they are always within or as a close as possible to comfort zone, increasing the demand for a building service and comfort level together with the rise in the time spent inside a building assure that the upward trend in the energy demand will continue in the future. For this reason, energy efficiency in building is today a prime objective for the energy policy at region, national and international level. The main name of energy efficient building is to produce a building with a minimum of environmental impact. The next is benefits of energy efficient building. So first benefit is improve indoor comfort, right? Save money on energy bills, breathe healthy fresh clean air, reduce the moisture issues, increase building resale values, and the last is reduce the fossil fuels use and greenhouse gases emissions. Okay, the next is energy efficient building material. So here the material are given we used in the energy efficient building. So first material is recycled steel. So the steel beams can be used as a replacement for a wooden ones and can be ordered to fit a specific design. Steel is a very durable material and practically useful in areas where there are earthquake and high winds, right? The second material is straw bales. Straw bales means it can help with excellent insulation properties. It kept it dry. They can last for hundreds of years and they bond well to plaster and external render. So here the straw bale, the first figure, this is called a straw bales, right? It is called straw bale, which used in the energy efficient building. The third one is structural insulated panel. So it is a fire resistance and suitable for the floor. Sorry, this is a insulated panel, right? This is exterior synthetic things, and this is a interior. Sorry, this is exterior and this is a interior thing, and in between the foam core are right. So what is a structural insulating panel? It is a fire resistance and suitable for the floors, basements, foundations, as well as the load bearing walls. This material which will help you the reduce the energy bill, right? The fourth material is plastic composite lumbers. So here, this is a plastic composite lumber we used in the energy efficient building. So it is a resistance to mold and root and more rigid in the cold place in the heat than purely plastic building material. The next is low E buildings. So what is low E building? Low E building, sorry, this is called a low E window. Okay, low E window. This is a visible light, right? The summer solar heat and UV rays stay out, right? This is a soft top low E windows. So low E windows, it is also known as a high performance windows, are another a great substitute for a normal glass, which will help you to reduce the heat during the summer and block infrared radiation. They have a clean coating of a metal oxide. It is also help keep the heating during the winter. They can reduce heat flow by up to the 50%. Okay, the next is vacuum insulation panel. So this is a vacuum insulation panel. So currently only use of commercial refrigeration unit, they could become available for a general home building in the future. they comprises of a textured silver rectangle that enclose a core panel in an airtight envelope. All of this means that heat loss will be reduced to a minimum, and we will have a much greater homes. Okay. The next is cool roof. It will improve the heat dissipation and will lower the temperature in your in your home during the summer a lot. It is also safe for the environmental because it lower the temperature, lower heat in the atmosphere. They reflect the sunlight and thus reducing the heat in your home, right? So here the cool roof figures are given. So white roof reflect up to 90% of sunlight, saving up to 50% on air conditioner energy each year, right? And the black roof reflect up to 20% of the sunlight. So for a white roof, the temperature is 63 degree, and the black roof the temperature is 80 degree, right? The next is energy efficient building design and the construction. The three design and construction are given. So first is bioclimatic architecture, next is high performing building envelope, and the third is high performance controlled ventilation. So shape and orientation of the building, solar protection, passive solar system, then high performing building envelope, through insulation, high performing glazing and windows, air seal construction, avoidance of thermal breach. And the last is high performance control ventilation means mechanical insulation and heat recovery. And the last topic is the TRICE energy concept is the first is energy efficiency means reduce the demand of energy by avoiding a waste and implementing energy saving measure. The second is renewable energy means use a sustainable sources of energy instead of finite fossil fuels. And the last is fossil energy means a produce and use of fossil energy as efficiently possible. Okay. Thank you for the watching.